Hello guys, this is Link2012 and here I am today to show you some more Dissent concept spoilers. Today we're actually going to be doing a special thing. We are going to be making a mob on live YouTube. Or on YouTube, I don't know what you call it. We're going to be making a mob today, okay? Just to show you what everything goes through, but I also would just like to demonstrate this quick little concept I came up with. I'm not going to use it in the map, but it's just kind of cool. So I want to get to the other side of this wall, right? I have ender pearls. But the issue is that you have to throw them like really up, and it's difficult to aim, and But I have my handy dandy pearl manipulator. So what I can do here is with just these few command blocks, I can throw the ender pearl, and as soon as it reaches the other side of the wall, I can shoot my ender pearl manipulator, and the pearl will fall to the ground. Now, unfortunately, I didn't actually make that shot, so we'll have to try again. You want to get to just the other side of the wall. Further than that, it's lava. Just imagine there's a bunch of lava over there. Yes, definitely. So we'd have to get exactly on the other side of the wall. Yes, we did it. Okay, see, we are so pro at ender pearl manipulation. So yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Now, this is just like a small prototype. It's not too cool. What would be really neat, in my opinion, is if you threw the ender pearl and where you looked is where it actually went. Now, I can do that, but it would take me a lot of time and like 15 command blocks. It's basically the same concept with the anti-gravity spatters. I'll link that in the description. And for those of you that don't know what it is, you can also check out the description. And for those of you that don't know where I am right now, this is Betsy, where I test all my stuff, and where I'm going to make the mock today. Without further ado, I guess we'll just throw a few more. This is really fun. You can be like, okay, I want to. Yeah, that's just so neat. Wouldn't it be cool to have like ones where you look and like go that way? Ah, dude. Okay. So without further ado, I guess we'll get right to it. So essentially, what we're going to be doing today is making a new type of rebel. Now, this is the old rebel. They have the red cap, which is pretty necessary, and then they have these guys. Essentially, when they're around each other, they get strength. This is the special piece of custom AI, and my next mob will also have custom AI. So I'll be going through and showing you just how that works. But first off, I guess we have to get some stuff prepared. So I will be right back. So I guess before we get into it too much, the first step is really planning your mob. You really want to get a good grip on what you want to do. But I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do here. Essentially, I want to make a diamond, essentially almost full diamond skeleton using the following items. A paper, 3 diamond chest plates, which gives them 96% damage reduction, and a sword. So the paper is going to contain a little piece of lore, and the chest plates, I'm going to give them a specific attribute. I'll explain that later. And the sword, I'll probably enchant with fire aspect or something along those lines. Now, what's special about having these 3 diamond chest plates is that you might not know this, but you can actually equip more armor bars than you can actually see in survival. So I can give myself a diamond chest plate here, here, and here, and it would give me a total of 24 armor bars, which is 96% damage reduction. What that means is that they will take little damage with the sword, but they will take a whole lot of extra damage from things such as fire and falling. Now, I am going to give these guys fire resistance, as well as blindness for the particles, and then that essentially means that if players were to knock them off a cliff, they would take a lot more damage than actually hitting them. This is a problem I've noticed with my map, is that like you fight these mobs and then you knock them off this giant mountain and they don't actually die because they just have buttloads of health. This way, they can actually be killed. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to make it so that way if you get within one block radius of the skeleton, I guess I should make a diagram here, you will be lit on fire. Actually, let's get red stained glass. Red stained glass. Here we go. Let's pretend this is Mr. Skeleton. I'm not going to get a skeleton skull, but essentially if you get within this radius of him, if your feet are within these blocks, you'll get lit ablaze. So, I guess we'll have to get right into that. Now, I know I could just add fire aspect to the weapon, and I'll probably be doing that, but I think it would also be cool if the ground actually lit on fire, so I'm going to be doing that. Anyways, so I guess we'll get right into that. So the first thing I guess I'm going to do is I'm going to, modify these items. And we're going to plop them into a skeleton when we are done. Hello, Mr. Skeleton, you are a test subject. Oh, sorry. Get out of here. I need to get him centered. Oh, I can do this. I don't normally do this, but it works. Okay, good. Alright, so now we have our skeleton, and this guy is going to be modified to be the skeleton with these items. So I guess we'll just hop into MC Edit and we'll start working on this. Okay, so now we are in MC Edit and we're essentially where we were previously. So we got the different items in the chest and we are going to run some filters on those. So the first one contains the paper. So we are going to use a special modify item string filter. I think this is the one by Sethling. And so we're going to put the lower here. So what is this going to be? It's going to be... No. Okay guys, I'm sorry. This is taking me a while to think up. It's just that when recording, like, I get really nervous and I can't actually focus on what I'm doing. So this is actually a new challenge for me. Gotta work on this. But essentially, the lore is, which I had to think about for a second, a frame of eternity. Eternity, that's spelled right. I'm really bad with spelling when it comes to this. For, I was going to say a lifetime of loyalty, but it actually takes away the meaning. Loyalty. A frame of eternity for loyalty. Okay, so there we go. Now, I'm not going to necessarily explain what this means, but those of you that pay attention to the map will figure this out. Now we got the diamond chest plate. Now, with my previous mobs, the rebels, they had a chest plates and leggings that did plus 6% damage. Oh, my cat needs out of my room. Give me a second, guys. Sorry. There you go, Fox. Sorry for the interruption. So, I want these to be very similar. The only thing is that there's only one item people can obtain, and that is just the chest plate. So, what I'm going to do here is make it about 12%. I'm actually going to calculate that here. Calculator. And, essentially, at this point in the map, I would also like to I would like to note that players are given strength potions, and essentially giving plus X% damage reduction isn't quite as great as actually being up the base being increased. And so, essentially, players are expected to have a diamond sword with sharpness 5 at this point, so and strength 1 potions. So essentially, that is approximately, I'm just calculating this here. That's about 13 attack damage. So 12% of 13 attack damage is about 1.59 base attack damage. So I guess I'm going to make it about 1.6. Here we go. Add attributes. Attack damage total. Okay. We're going to make this about 1.6, so that would be 16. This would increase their base attack damage by 1.6. Actually, yeah, we'll just go ahead and do that. And maybe... Oh, knockback resistance. This is the other thing. I wanted to add about 0.1 knockback resistance to this as well, because rebels... Wait a minute, that gives them a total of 0.3 knockback resistance. Essentially, every decimal... a total of 1 knockback resistance is a full knockback resistance, and you won't take knockback resistance from anything, pretty much. Except for things with, like, knockback on their swords and such. And so now we're going to edit the sword. And so we're going to go down to Sethling's enchant filter. And we're going to give this... Man, what do I give this? I guess I'm just going to give it this fire aspect for now. Fire aspect 1... Yeah, because essentially these guys are already getting, like, a diamond sword. And they also have the armor, which increases their attack damage, so I guess I'm just going to leave it at this for now. We'll modify it later on. Now, we just save this, exit out, and I guess we'll... No, wait a minute. I'm sorry, guys. So, now is the tricky part. We're going to take these chests, we're going to highlight these chests, and we're going to highlight the mob. And we are going to move all these items into the actual mob itself. So we're going to filter this using an MBT editor. We're also going to modify some of the mob attributes while we are at it. So here's Mr. Skeleton, and I guess, oh, I gotta add potion effects to him yet. But first things first, we are going to take a look at his attributes: max health, generic follow range. I'm gonna move the follow range up to about 36 blocks, so that way they can view the players from further off. The attack damage I'm just going to leave there. Movement speed is okay. Actually I might decrease this a wee bit. I'm going to decrease this a little bit. You know why? Because, wait a minute, was it 25? Okay, so let me make it 22.225. So this essentially, skeletons are really, really fast on their own, so I'm just going to do that. And I might give them negative base knockback resistance. No, let's not do that. Let's not mess around with that. Okay, now, anything else? No. So I guess we're just going to get right into the items. So we have our 4 tile entities here. The custom item creation chest. And so we're going to take, this is the diamond sword. We're going to copy this, and we are going to plop it into the skeleton's equipment. And so the sword, if I remember correctly, is on the first slot. So we are going to move this up all the way to the top, and we are going to delete the bow. We're going to remove the slot on this too. I'm not sure if that whacks things up, but just in case, you know. Right, second tile entity, we have the chest plates. So we're actually just going to copy one of these, and we're going to paste this here. Now, this next slot that I'm doing right here is going to be considered the, what is it? This is the boots, and then it's the chest plate, and then, it's the boots, the leggings, the chest plate, then the helmet. So we're going to take this, and we're going to copy it 2 more times, and then we're going to put the final, item importer. I'm going to put the paper. Oh man, I shouldn't have done that. Here we go, because this isn't going to exist in the chest anymore if I delete it like that. We got to take it like this, go like this, and now this piece of paper should be here in his head. Now, the tricky part, I need to modify the drop chances for the mob. So these essentially correlate with the ones down here. So the sword, I would like to make a, this can be a rather common drop, so I'm just going to make it a 25% chance. This is essentially 1 is 100%, just like with the knockback resistance. And then the chest plates, well, there's 3 of them, so if I want them to be about 10%, I need to make it about 3%, so I'm going to just make it 36% because I like the square roots. I like my square roots. And that should be done here. And finally, we come to the helmet. Now, I don't even know how common I should make this, because this mob, essentially these mobs, oh, why am I updating this mob, by the way, in case for those of you that don't know. The rebel mob essentially appears at nearly every place where players are mentioned. You can actually get mentioned in this map if you're a good friend of me, or I just choose you to be. And essentially, these guys will be around there because they're some of the main characters of the map. And unfortunately, that means that they're in each and every single area. So as players get better and better gear, how is are these rebels going to stack with that? I have to make the rebels better in order to compensate. Because, players have better gear, they're going to be able to one-hit kill them, they're not going to be so powerful. Alrighty, so, oh man, I forgot to do something. Okay, I'll do this a little bit. I have to give him a custom name too. So I guess what I'll do is I'm just going to hop out. Alright, so we're back in our survival world, and we have our mob here. And now what I'm going to want to do is give this person fire resistance and speed. So what this is going to do is it's going to give him fire resistance temporarily and speed temporarily. Now, I don't actually want him to have speed, don't worry about that. I'm going to modify that post in an MBT editor to become blindness. And as we can see, he's working just fine here. I just need to think of a name for him, because I just remembered. My other rebels have what's it called? Essentially, both, okay, I'll explain it a little bit. CU in MC Edit. Here we go. So I'm sorry for the bit of rambling I had there. So essentially what's going to happen is that I'm going to give this guy, am I recording? Yeah, I'm recording. I have to give this guy custom AI, and to do that, I have to actually, oh, sorry guys, I have to take and give him with the custom name. I can essentially apply custom AI to something with that custom name or this custom type of mob. So essentially, if I have the name Rebel for both mobs, it's not going to work out very well. I'm just gonna look up status effects quick, so that way I can find the ID for blindness. And so essentially I need to give these guys a new name. So I'll probably just search up synonyms for rebel. And I guess I'll see you in a bit. Well, first I'm going to modify this. Essentially I'm just modifying the effects of the mob. Oops. This is 999999999 in order to get these to the desired amounts. And so here I'm going to make it so he gives blindness particles, and here I'm going to make it so he has fire resistance. Now normally I would make custom particles and sounds for the mob, but here we're just going to leave that out. I like to leave my rebels fairly simple. And yeah, essentially, oh, I guess I need to make the name too. And I don't want to bore you too long looking through 1,000 different sounds to figure out the right one. Okay, so I guess I'll see you in a bit when I come up with a good name. Alrighty, so I'm back, and I just realized you guys might not actually be able to see my MBT editor. I'm super sorry about that, so you probably won't understand half the things that are going on, but hopefully you will. I'll link the description to all the resources I'm using in the description. There's like a thread I made a while back on all the different things I use, and so you can take a look at that. So I guess we have to find the actual rebels here, the original ones. Here we go. This is actually really old. As you can see, I've made tons of mobs since then. We're going to spawn them in temporarily, because I have a genius idea. See, these guys have a capital R in their name, Rebel. We're going to give this guy a lowercase r. Aren't I genius? Aren't I smart? You're sure smart, Mike. You're sure are. Yes, I am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Die, Mr. Spawner. So we're going to go back, and we're... Actually, since you probably can't see my MBT editor, I'll just do it here. ER equals 3... We're going to give him a custom name of Rebel. And we're going to make his name visible. Name visible. Visible 1B. Essentially, this is to set his custom name to Rebel, and this is to make it so you can actually see his name. You guys, get out of here. You better have the custom name Rebel. There you go. Thank you. It also looks like he's bald. I wonder if I like that or not. Yeah, I like that. You got paper in your head. You got paper in your head. What I'm going to do here is I am going to put this guy into a spawner, and then we will begin the first phase of AI and testing. Alright, here we go. I just took a few minutes, actually a few seconds in MC Edit to create this custom spawner. We are going to kill off the other rebels, that way they don't interfere. And we are just going to spawn some of these guys in. I don't think I'm going to make this spawner do anything special, because I can essentially modify the attributes of the spawner as well. What's wrong with this? I thought this guy isn't spawning. Oh, so here's the issue. Essentially, somehow MC Edit doesn't like the item importer, so we're just gonna kill it and put it back. Oh no, that's not how you fix it. You have to give it some lighting, so we're gonna give it some glowstone. And we're gonna go... Oh, why aren't you fixing? Okay, we're gonna break the item importer and then do this. What? Okay, one second. I'm gonna fix this using MC Edit. Be right back. Alrighty, guys, we are back. I'm very sorry for the brief interruption, but I got it fixed using MC Edit, and so now we have our beautiful rebels. And so I guess what we are going to try to do here is we are going to give ourselves full diamond armor. Yes, I knew this day would come. This is why I made full diamond armor. So we're just going to quickly just test out how much damage they do, because I'm not sure how much exactly. Sometimes I would take the time to calculate it, but other times I just want to, you know, see how much they do. I'm in hard mode, by the way. They do approximately 1.5 hearts of damage. Is that a lot? That's probably not enough, actually, believe it or not. I could probably just give them strength. You know, I almost want to do this so that way I can, like, I want to give their name the capital R, that way they have the same strength attribute as the last mob, but I don't necessarily want to, how do I put it? But I also want to give these guys special custom AI as well. Oh my, what is this? Oh no. Be right back. Aha! It is fixed. I wonder why that happened. Probably because of the villager way up there that you can't see right now because he's so far away. But anyways, so many interruptions today. My game volume is actually very loud. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn it down. I was listening to music and playing games. So let's test how much it takes to kill these guys. 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I doing? I need to get sharpness 5 on this sword. Sharpness 5. And strength 1. So essentially I want it to be a 2-hit kill with this. With strength. That this is actually not too much compared to some of my other mobs. Because some of my other mobs take like 4 hits with this setup. Okay, this is way too much. Whoa, dude. Do you ever die? Did I give you guys invincibility? I don't think I did. No, okay. So these guys obviously take a lot of damage. I'm going to have to go... Oh, yeah, because of their armor. I'm going to go fix that too. So we've got to buff their attack damage by approximately 2 times, which is essentially just a strength potion. And we need to drastically decrease their health. That's about it. But I guess before we get into that, we should just quickly do the custom AI. So the custom AI is going to be fairly simple. We're just going to give ourselves this command block. No, not this one. This one's whacked up. That's custom NBT. Here we go, normal command block. And so what we're going to do is we want four different commands. So we're just going to take our 20-tick clock string, plop it over here, like so. We're going to want 4 different command blocks for each direction of the skeleton. And what we're going to do is we're going to go like this. We want, so that way if a player is within a 1 block radius of the skeleton, to set fire beneath himself if there is air. Actually, I only need 1 command for that. One second, guys. Okay, so what we're going to do is first we're going to execute a command relative to the rebels. Skeleton type equals no. Then equals rebel. So tilde. This will execute a command relative to all skeletons named rebel, and then it's going to execute another command to all players within the radius of 1, which is essentially what I showed you earlier with that one little demonstration. And then it's going to detect tilde, which is essentially the block they're standing in, air, as air. And the damage should be -1. Oh, I need to put Minecraft here, just in case people have weird mods that could mess things up. -1, I need to put, oops, tilde, detect Minecraft air. And then if that is true, if it detects this block as air, it's going to set block. This is still executing as a player, by the way. Tilde, Minecraft fire. So what this is going to do is, let's go see if it actually works. Nope. Why aren't you working? Oh, oops. Skeleton. You can see this down here will tell you some of the problems. Skeleton. I just spelled skeleton wrong. There we go. Alrighty, so now if we walk up to the skeleton, boom, it lights on fire. So essentially if he hits us, it's going to light the block on fire. Now I'm actually going to switch this up a little bit. Name equals rebel, type equals skeleton. This is because what I believe happens is that the game tests for all these things in order, so it's going to test for the name first, rebel, and then the skeleton. Now if it's testing for all the skeletons in the world, that's going to be a lot of intel, whereas if you're just testing for all the rebels, I mean, that's not so much. I still need the skeleton variable, of course, but anyways, that's that. And so now if we walk up to these guys, it should light the ground on fire. Come at me. Yep. Now, I wonder if I should... Oh my, these guys actually do a decent amount of damage. I don't even know if I need to buff them. It's either... I'm going to need to nerf the speed, or I'm going to have to buff the attack damage. I kind of like this, because it's like lighting stuff on fire. Maybe I should remove the fire aspect. No, that's actually kind of cool. It's like I have all these thoughts while I'm working on them. What should I do? What should I not do? Because we have this issue where they actually do quite a bit of attack damage. But they're also a little bit speedy. Because this is like flat terrain, guys. The players are going to be on like varying terrain. You know what? I actually might buff their fire thing. Because what if I have fire protection? Just giving myself fire protection 4. This is going to be a long episode. It takes a lot to make a mob, guys. It takes a lot. So we're going to give ourselves fire protection and see how this works out. Because I think that most players will have fire protection. I mean, I would have fire protection at this point. Oh my, that's pretty bad. Don't burn up! No! Thank you. So yeah, these guys are actually pretty menacing. You know, I don't... The fire doesn't do too much damage to people with the... No, 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 I'm dead. Okay. Well, that's what happens when you... Oh, poop. Spoilers. Nope, you can't see this. Be right back. Yeah, so essentially that's just an upcoming part of the map, which I'm not allowed to show you because I'm not... I just put that personal restraint on myself. So now that we have a good idea of how the mobs were actually working out, we have their custom AI and everything, I guess we better go and modify them a bit. Okay, here we go. We're going to spawn in the old spawn potentials. We're going to spawn a new pair just in case. We're just going to kill them like this. This doesn't actually kill everything in the world, just the ones within the region. All the baddies. Okay, so here we go, Mr. Rebel. We have nerfed your health down to 4 HP. Let's see how it works out. That is still a whole lot of hits, dude. Like, seriously, that was, what, 5? That's 4. So I need to nerf it down to about 1.75 HP. I'll do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so I have just... What is it, decreased or increased? I have just decreased their health to 1.5 HP. Oh, man, they're coming at me already. And they're 2-hit kill. Awesome. How much is it with the crit? Okay, about 1.5. So, this is... I'm not sure if this is almost... this is a tough one to say. But... I might actually buff this to 3 hits. Because now their weakness is like an absurd weakness. I mean, like... How do I put this? If they fall off a cliff, they're pretty much dead. And now that is kind of cool, but I don't want... I'm not sure weakness should be that powerful. So we might actually go ahead and just modify things a little bit. We're actually going to give yourself strength too, very temporarily, to see how it works out. So yeah, it's a 1-hit crit kill. I like that. I really think that's right. I think that's good if it's like that. A frame of eternity for loyalty. Good. Oh man, their sword's low too. Okay, so I'm just going to hop into MC Edit, maybe buff their health to maybe 2.25 HP. Alright, so hopefully things are balanced this time. They probably aren't. Oh, whoops, these are still the old ones. Let's take care of them quick, like this. Okie dokie. Spawn some more in. There's still a 2-hit kill, man. Oh, this is because I have strength 2 on. I'm gonna clear that effect. Oops. Great, you can't see now, I'm sorry. Well, I'm gonna have them chase me, and I'm gonna put night vision back on. Boop. So it's a 2-hit kill if you do it crit. If you don't crit them, please be a 3. Please be... Yes, it's a 3. Perfect! I love it when crits can actually be useful on my map. And so hopefully, that's what's gonna happen. No, this isn't like exactly what players are gonna have. The strength and the sharpness 5 diamond sword. I will be adding more custom swords soon that will do like plus 0.7.3 damage or something like that. Because I do like having newer and better stuff in every single area. That way players constantly have to be up to date if they want the tippity top armor. But of course, it's not necessarily like the end of the world if they don't have it. But yeah. Oh man, these guys are... I like these guys. Oh no, oh wow, that was bad. That was really bad. I think because of their speed, it makes them fit pretty fair. Let's see, how much does it actually... Can I actually, like, kill them? How fast can I kill them if I have this chest plate on? Oh, it's just a little bit better. Crit. Still 2. Let's go for strength 2 and see what happens with this chest plate. Because I guess I forgot that there will be stuff like this chest plate. You know what? Maybe I should consider that. Okay, well guys, I'm going to do a little bit of balancing off camera because, I mean, there will be stuff like this in the map that players have, and I don't necessarily want these guys to be so easily killed, while at the same time I still want them to be balanced. So, I guess I'll figure that out later. That's about all for today. Hope you enjoyed this special episode of customizing these rebel skeletons. There's not too much custom AI to them, but it's still pretty fun. Oh, I guess I better move this command block over the spawn chunk. And so yeah, guys, I guess thank you so much for watching this episode, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Have a great day. Bye bye.